Hello and welcome to Unconventional GMs, the channel where we play RPGs with pace, vim, and vigor. And we've got another duet game today, and a GM-less one at that. We're playing Hunted, a fast-paced game about the monstrosity and humanity within us all. I'm Guy, one of the hosts of the channel, and also the Burn After Running blog. And I'm joined by my eminently human-like, or alternatively monstrous, fellow player here, Stephen. Stephen, we're going to do character generation in a minute, but do you want to introduce yourself in real life first before we get onto that?
I'm Stephen. I'm one of the organisers at Edinburgh Indie Gamers. You can find us at edinburghindygamers.com.
Fantastic, fantastic. So the first steps in Hunted is to sort of set the stage. And we had a brief chat online and decided on a sort of Victorian London type setting. This will be the arena that our hunter and monster showdown across. Given that we've got a monster in this, I think we talked about there's probably some supernatural elements to this, and should be worth saying we're not going to hew very close to historical accuracy, and in particular we'll avoid some of the most problematic elements of Victorian London, such as the racism, homophobia and transphobia. They won't really feature in our games. We have had a brief chat before we came on camera about lines and veils, and we've got an X card in play. Play with safety tools, guys, if you're doing something like this, particularly a GM-less game where anyone can come up with anything. So, Stephen, I think the first question for you is hunter or monster?
I think I'd like to be the monster on this occasion, Guy.
Fantastic. That's good, because that's how I set up the assets below.
Yeah,
so you're going to be the monster. So character creation is quite a quick sort of process here, but it just lets us get some sort of meaty things that we can refer to when we're following the prompts and narrating what happens to our hunter and monster. And so there are some questions to sort of ask about one another that we can maybe go through and maybe take in turns with each of us, if that works. So, I mean, maybe if we start with you as the monster, the first set of prompts for you, Stephen, you are a monster. Who or what are you, and what do you look like?
I think I am a vampire haunting the streets of the East End of London. I think I'm going to say I'm a blacksmith, and I was preyed upon by a vampire, and I've been turned, and now I'm cursed to haunt the night in turn.
Amazing, amazing. And so my equivalent of that is I am a mighty hunter. Who are you, and what do you look like? I think I will be. I'm picturing an older gentleman, maybe a retired policeman, who's has left the force, left Scotland Yard, but you're sort of the one that got away. We've tangled before many times, and even though I've retired, I can't quite let you. I know you're still at large, and I need to get you there. So I'm thinking I'm sort of late 50s, Victorian London. It's a big handlebar moustache, bit of a paunch, not quite as physically fit as I once was, but very determined to get this. I guess I probably need a name as well, don't I? Maybe that'll come to me later on.
Well, I think in I think I am still young and vigorous. Like my health kept unnaturally powerful by my curse and the blood that I take from the innocence of London.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, that would be great to do. So your next question, Stephen, is: you have made this place your home. What brought you to this place, and why did you choose to stay?
So I think that I have always lived around here, and I don't know any different. I think I have half a mind on the fact that if I stay much longer, people will start to notice that I don't age, I don't get old. But I push that thought to the back of my mind. I don't want to leave London. Like, it's the only place I've ever lived.
Yeah, yeah, it must be good hunting grounds as well, London, compared to
Yeah,
anywhere
so
else in
many
the
people,
UK. Yeah.
so many people, and so many people that that don't make the best use of their lives, and
Mm,
perhaps could spare a little for a poor cursed creature such as me.
amazing, amazing. Yeah. So I have. There is a reason you have come to hunt here. What is driving you to pursue your quarry? Were you hired or charged by someone else? So covered a bit of this. I think that we tangled maybe through the years while I was on the
Yeah.
force, and I'm convinced. I was always convinced there was something supernatural about you. Like I've noticed that you're not getting any older, and
Yeah.
I've noticed all those unsolved murders with the bodies drained of blood that get washed up on the Thames and stuff. And I've put two and two together. My superiors obviously never entertained this, and by the time I retired, I was a bit of a crackpot on the force for my constantly doing. But now I'm retired, I've got a chance to finally put you to bed. Yeah, so I think I was. It was my job to hunt you originally, but it's become personal now. Nobody's expecting me to, apart from me. I can't let it alone. You have heard the stories told about you. What do people say about you, and how much of these stories are true?
I think that people say that I'm a nobleman from the West End who comes to the East End to prey on the poor. I think obviously that's not true. I hide amongst the people I prey on. I think people tell their children stories about how Lord Murder will come and get them, tear out their throat, throw them in the Thames. I would never kill a child, not even in the direst necessity. That's a terrible lie. I would never do such a thing.
No, no.
I try to stick to people who deserve it. There's so many evildoers in the East End.
Yeah, you've got a target-rich environment in
Mm.
London at this time. Excellent, Lord Murder, indeed, is that what they call you? So I carry with me a signature weapon. What is it, and what about it is more than it seems? I think that I have a. I think that I walk with a stick now after an old wound, but I've had it installed with a. Not only is one end of it quite sharp,
Mm.
shod wood. Can't be too careful when you might need a stake. But it's also got a blade hidden in it as well. And I have in the long evenings alone in my sort of dingy flat been practicing and training with combat with it. So while it looks like just a normal walking stick, I'm actually quite spry with it. And last question, you have been hunted before. How did you survive, and why are you hunted?
That's a good question. Well, I'll answer the second one first. I think I'm hunted because I kill more than I should. I try, I try to leave my victims alive, but sometimes the passion of the hunt gets the better of me, and I can't control myself. It's part of the curse, and that's brought you down upon me.
Mm.
Clearly, I should have been more careful, more controlled, and I don't have it in me. How did I survive before when I was hunted? I killed the hunter. Um, he deserved it though. He was willing to do wicked things to get at me. He was as much a monster as I was, and well, the world was a better place when I took care of him.
Was he a policeman as well?
No, I don't think he was a policeman. I think he was one of the other inhabitants of the East End who'd noticed people going missing,
Mm.
people coming up hurt, people anemic, and set about looking for the perpetrator.
Amazing, amazing. I'm wondering if that was maybe somebody who'd also got on the wrong side of the law, and it was quite convenient for Scotland Yard for him to be
Oh
taken
yeah.
down. That might have
Yeah.
been why.
Haha.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The East End's much safer now. They all tell me that he's out of the picture, but it's not there. I have heard stories of the monster I hunt. What do you know about your quarry? Do you believe everything you've heard about it? I think that I have, again, in my sort of dingy, quite untidy flat, I managed to take with me all the evidence of all of the bodies that were found exsanguinated in the East End in the last sort of 30 years. I've got a big map
Yeah.
on
Do
the
you have a big
wall
murder
with
board with
pins
all
on
my
it from that.
victims? Yeah.
But I've also got, and I've also got a sort of dossier of all these stories and all these interviews of people talking about Lord Murder. I've also got all the child murders pinned up there as well, because I've
Yeah.
assumed like you're a monster, they're probably you as well.
No, no, not me, not
Yeah,
me. You're
I'm
barking up the
convinced. I
wrong
think it
tree.
makes it juicier if I'm convinced that was you as well, and maybe even some of the crimes that your previous hunter did. I'm sure were you, in fact. So I do believe everything I've heard about you.
Yeah.
So you do believe everything? I've believed that and more. I believe more than is actually true because it's become an obsession, and I can't. Anything that I find out about you, I have to file away. I've got no filter because I'm fully obsessed with it. We probably need names, don't we, as well as the sort of final thing. I think I'm going to be. I think I still call myself Inspector, even though I'm
Okay.
long retired, and it's maybe that thing where people around London still know of me, and there's still a bit of I get cut a bit of slack, if you see what I mean. They know that I'm still. There's a bit of doubt as to whether I'm still investigating old cases or if I'm still like employed or not. So I get a bit of permission to sort of go and do that. But I think I'll be Inspector Carrington. Let's have David Carrington, Scotland Yard, retired. Does your monster have a human name?
Yeah. I'll be Epidiabrachnal, and you can uh, you can still come and get your horseshoed at my shop, should the need arise.
So your
If you need
cover.
your knife, if you need your knife sharpened, Epidiabrachnal's your man.
Yeah. It only seems to open after dark, doesn't it? It's quite rarely one of those shops that you don't often see the sign out. People know when it's open and
Keeps
they go.
longer hours in the winter.
Yes. Well, there's more demand, isn't there? Yeah, definitely. I love it. Um, and with that, we've done our setup. What I'll do is I'll just explain how the sort of sequence of play is going to work now. Then we're going to take a quick break to get ourselves ready to play. That will be a matter of seconds for you at home because we just edit it out. But I'll explain to you sort of how this works because it's a bit unusual and we've not got everything on the screen. So viewers at home, you will be able to see a little track below our faces. The object of that track for me is to move the little pawn, as I can see it, step by step towards my prey, the monster, and hopefully to the point where it actually covers him up, and that's him done. To do that, we're going to, and likewise, Stephen is trying to move it the other direction to try and catch me and finally defeat the hunter. And to do that, we'll be rolling pairs of six-sided dice. We'll be doing that in the comfort of our own homes. That isn't on the, it's not on channel from that. And we're just rolling and looking for doubles. We start rolling and we keep doing it, and one of us will shout up when we roll a double. Then we get to move the pawn, and we'll get a prompt to describe and frame a scene that shows how this hunt is going on. These won't necessarily, certainly won't happen as one sort of continuous narrative of scenes that follow on exactly from each other. We might jump backwards and forwards in time, and we'll try and get a general picture of this sort of final hunt between Inspector Carrington and Epidiah Bracknell, or Lord Murder, as Inspector Carrington sometimes insists on referring to him when he begins to doubt the hunt from it. When we hit the end, either way, there's a little end game where we decide how the fate of the loser works, and then we play on with that. So yeah, we shall see you in a few seconds as we take a quick break to get ready to play. Welcome back. We are charged to play now and find out who will meet a grisly end on the streets of London. Will it be Inspector Carrington, washed up, retired policeman who cannot leave it alone because he is convinced that there's more to Epidiah Brackwell than there has been? Or will it be Epidiah himself, Lord Murder, who still works under a sort of code of honor himself? He tries
don't call me that. That's just a gruesome name made up by the gutter press.
We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to start rolling our 2 dice now, and we will shout up when we get doubles, and we'll see who gets the upper hand to start with. Right, go.
Double.
And, oh, God, you just picked me there. I'll get it same time. Yeah, so go ahead, draw me a card, and I will read out your prompt for this first
Okay.
thing.
I have drawn the 4 of hearts.
So the 4 of hearts, I'll just move the token towards me as well. The 4 of hearts is the hunter has made it clear what they think of you. What do they take as fact that you know to be fiction? What do they say that you are shocked to learn they know? And usually with these, we'd frame it in a scene where we see either both of us or just one of us discovering this or discussing it.
So I think that we see Inspector Carrington on the foreshore of the Thames. The tide is out, and we see the silhouette of a child's body, and Inspector Carrington is standing with the constables who've discovered the body. And it is early morning. It's Bracknell still able to be about, and he is hiding in an alleyway just by the Thames, watching, listening as Inspector Carrington sort of curses his name and blames him for this child's death.
And maybe I'm arguing a bit with the constables. I'm saying no, they're not. They're not always drained of blood. These sometimes they're not. The killer might have been interrupted. You see, this is why the case needs to stay open.
In the darkness of the alleyway, like Epidiah sort of grinds his teeth in rage, and like we can see his long fingernails sort of digging into the palms, and like blood swells up and drips off his hands as he's like enraged by this slur against his character.
Yeah. And I'll be pounding the streets to seek for you. But that you do have the upper hand now because it's something that I believe that's incorrect. Right, back to the dice then. Let's see. Yeah. I've got a double straight away. First roll.
I didn't even roll them, guy.
Well, it's not. It's a game of dexterity and speed as well. So, yeah. Right. So back to the middle, and I have got the 8 of spades.
8 of spades. You let your guard down for the briefest of moments, and that was enough for the monster to land an attack. How do you regain control of the situation and send the monster running?
So I think this is maybe a couple of days after that, the sort of Mudlark Thames thing, and Carrington has gone to one of the sort of down and dirty, rough pubs in the East End on one of his getting more frequent, like fact-finding missions, where he tries to find and get the snoop of the land, but he's got a bit of a taste for the beer of the locals here, and they all know him. And so, after the first hour or so of asking about Lord Murder, he's sort of deep in his cups, and he's being told stuff. People are telling him stories of people going missing and things that happened that he's trying to piece together. He stopped taking notes. His scrawl has deteriorated. And really, the people of the East End are taking a bit of advantage from him. They know they can get a few drinks out of him.
Yeah, I think people are telling him stories from decades back, stories their parents told them when they were kids.
Yeah, and it's all over the place. It's like straight, there's all kinds of murderers and like old wives' tales that are being done. And he stopped taking notes and stopped doing it. And there's sort of a panicked shout from outside as an attack has taken place. Carrington sort of makes to run out to the alley. This could be his chance to finally catch you. But obviously stumbles. It's clear that he's a little bit worse for wear as he gets his portly frame out of the pub and rushes down the alleyways. And I think we see a sort of view from the rooftops, maybe from where Epidiah is.
Yeah.
As you look down from the gutters, as I rush down an alleyway, lose my footing in an old sort of some
I think you
rubbish
lose
that's
your
been left.
footing in a pool of blood, like you
Yeah.
slip on the cobbles, and when you slam down to the ground, like there's an expanding pool of blood, sort of seeping from behind a pile of barrels at the back of the pub.
Yeah, and I spin, but I can't get my feet back together. I spin back to look up on to be looking up at the sky, and I think we see reflected in Carrington's eyes your shape as you have a chance to maybe bear down on him.
Yeah, I think Epidiah he's still angry about this insult that you've leveled at him, this accusing him of killing a child. And he sort of leaps down to the street and sort of lands lightly on his feet, and sort of picks you up and throws you against the wall.
Yeah, and although I do manage to escape her, so I think you throw me against the wall, but just at that point, there's a whistle of a policeman nearby. As it happens,
Epidiah's head whips round and
and I'm able to
he lets go of Carrington.
Yeah, and I think I wrap you on the back of the head, but it's not enough to do any real damage.
Yeah.
And it's the
Epidiah
clueless
sort of stumbles
constables
as he flees. Yeah, with unnatural speed, he's able to sort of disappear into the darkness.
Yeah, and the constables run up and are like, "Oh, there's a body here. Are you okay, Inspector?" And I'm like, "No, get after him. It was him. It was him. You must give chase." But they're not. They're like, "Oh, this is a crime scene. We must check. Can you stand?" They're like looking after me as I'm like clearly covered in blood, stinking of alcohol because I've just spent all evening in the pub. They're just considered, "Oh, right you are. Whatever. You've had a fall. Never mind. There's no need to tell it. We best be getting you home." It's like, "No, it was him.
You've had a shock, or you've had a shock, sir. Is there anyone who can look after you?
Yeah. As they bundle me into a sort of hansom cab to take me home. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, back to the dice. So you escape again.
Double.
Well, off you go. We'll move it back.
Okay. I've got the 10 of diamonds.
Okay, 10 of diamonds. Let me consult here. Grappling with the hunter, you severely injure them. You watch them retreat in the distance to tend their wounds. How does it feel watching their retreat?
Oh, I'm thinking about how literally to play this.
I think it can be as
I
literal.
think I think I'm gonna sort of make it a little bit more figurative, and I'm gonna say that Epidiah has tracked you down to your flat, and we see him sort of poking through like all your files and turning over papers and sort of looking at your big pin board with the map of all the crimes that you sort of lay at my feet. And I think he sort of leaves a token for you to find when you come back. A signet ring taken from the victim who you failed to save in the back alley a couple of nights ago. It leaves it on your pillow for you to find. And he waits. He waits on the rooftops opposite to watch
Looking through the
how you
window.
react. when you see that you're not safe where you lay your head at night.
Yeah, and I think I come in another frustrated night, um, searching for you. Obviously, you've not been there; you've been at my flat. I think I find the ring, and my reaction is anger. So I'm like, because for me, I've missed you again. You were right here. You were right here. Maybe I need to trap you. And you see me going over. I pick the signet ring up, and I'm looking over. I just tear down some of the information. Like, it's no good. I can't just look for a way to. I need to do it as I'm smashing up my evidence and stuff.
I think it feels good for Epidai to watch, watch you sort of flail around, he's got to you, and your powerlessness makes him feel good.
Amazing, amazing. Back to the dice.
Back to the dice.
Oh, a double. Right, let me turn over a card and I'll move the thing. So I have 6 of clubs.
6 of clubs. There is a deep pit in your stomach that fears returning home unsuccessful from this hunt. What do you stand to lose if you were to fail? Could you live with that failure?
So I think, this will be a scene, I think, and it is Carrington meeting up with one of his fellow former police colleagues in a much nicer pub, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And they pass pleasantries and stuff, and then there's a bit of a Carrington. You're looking a little worse for wear, and his jacket isn't like laundered. His bags under his eyes from not sleeping, and you're not still looking at those East End murders, are you? You've got to leave that. There's nothing in it, and you're not on the force anymore. If they find out about this, your pension could be at risk. You can't be poking around like this. And go into a full. No, he's still out there. He's still there. I pull out the signet ring. And there's the hand goes over it. It's like, David, that's evidence. You can't be keeping that. That's not the ring of someone who's been murdered. And you're no. I've got it. And we see this sort of heated discussion that ends with them parting their ways. But we see his colleague just immediately going home and penning a letter of concern to Scotland Yard.
Yeah,
if you see what I mean about this case. Says dangerously unstable and stuff. It's his professional pride is on the line, but it's more than that. His colleagues know what he's doing, and it's not going to be great, even as he gets closer to the monster. Okay.
Back to the dice.
Oh, doubles.
Oof.
Right. I'm on the Jack of Spades.
Jack of Spades. Observing the monster as it moves about this place, it has laid claim to something about it is unnervingly familiar. What is it?
Ooh. So I think, given that we're moving towards, this is the first time I've moved towards potentially victory. It's changed a little bit. I think we see the shop. I think I've maybe identified there's something about Brackwell and Sons blacksmith shop. And I think I'm the other side of it, with just observing it with a paper. And then there's a little montage of me going into it, and then maybe a little flashback. Yeah, a flashback. Maybe,
yeah.
Me
what kind of a blacksmith shop is closed at noon?
Yeah. And there's a flashback to like bright sunlight, maybe 40 years ago, with Carrington being taken in by his father to get his knives sharpened, and
Oh,
a bright-faced young man with a cheery smile, young Epidiah Brackwell,
yeah,
does the
yeah,
sharpening, maybe hands him a Victorian London bit of candy sweet or whatever. There must have
yeah,
been
yeah.
like a
Uh-huh.
mint drop or something.
Humbug.
Uh, a humbug, yeah. And he looks up at, and we can see the young Carrington's adoring eyes
Mm,
looking up at this. What a character this blacksmith is. Um, and we just hear, we go back to the present. It's like, I've been here before. He taps his cane against the cobbles and turns back round to continue his investigations.
yeah. At dusk, a light comes on in the blacksmith window.
Mm. Yeah, maybe there's as you open the door, there's just a little humbug wrapper that rolls in. Like, yeah, old fashioned. You can't get those sweets anymore, can you? It's really,
Mm.
yeah. Amazing, amazing. Right, back to the dice. Let's see where this takes us.
Oh, double.
Oh, straight away, right. My my advantage was short lived. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
indeed. We're both making a lot of progress. I've
to,
got a 9 of hearts.
no, to be fair, it's a good sign, isn't it, when you sort of want your character to fail? It's like,
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh,
I,
yeah. No,
I could
like
go either way, but I'm quite like,
they're both pretty terrible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, 9 of hearts. The hunter has caught you off guard and at the disadvantage more times than you would like. What
Mm.
about the hunter do you realize you have underestimated?
I think I think this is Epidiah sort of in his blacksmith shop, and he's hungry. You can feel that sort of emptiness like in his core, and he
Mm,
knows that he needs to go out and he needs to hunt. And he realizes that the same was true last night, and he didn't go out, and like he can't lie to himself anymore. He knows that like there's a little sort of gnawing of fear, like he knows that he doesn't feel in control of the streets anymore. That that old man, that old man is always close by,
mm.
um,
Yeah.
like
What?
dogging my steps, like
Yeah. As you look out of the window, maybe there's not a soul in sight apart from
hmm
a group of young urchins, like children playing
yeah.
nearby. You know, you can smell the blood on them, but you've told yourself they're not. Yeah.
And I think we have a sort of montage of Epidiah sort of walking the streets, and he sees potential victims like men coming out of the pub at closing time, sort of reeling drunk, and he sort of looks at them and he looks over his shoulder, and he hasn't the courage to strike, and he slinks back before dawn, like empty, hungry, desperate.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. All right, back to the dice.
Oh, double.
Oh, there you go. Right, yeah, it's going towards me again. Go ahead, tell me a card.
2 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds. Oh, yeah. So even though you've made this place your home, you could abandon it at a moment's notice to escape the hunter. What stops you from fleeing?
Mm. I could go. I could go. Like there are other cities. Um, you know, many years ago, my brother went to Birmingham. Like I'm sure that I'm sure that the streets of Birmingham are no safer for criminals and for the wicked than the streets of London, and that many people go missing and deserve it. But the London, London keeps me connected to who I was before. I wasn't always a predator. I wasn't always like this. I didn't always have to prey on other people. I used to be just a blacksmith, and people know me here as a blacksmith, and they'll come into my shop and you know, share a few pleasant words with me. If I go to Birmingham, what will I be other than a monster in the night?
You'll leave the smiling, cheeky blacksmith behind completely, won't you?
Yeah.
Not be there anymore. Amazing.
It's
well,
too hard a decision to make.
yeah. Yeah. Well, things are. You may not need to leave if you manage to get it all the way to my end. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Keep
go.
pushing.
Yeah. Let's go back to the dice and see what we can now. So tense.
Not coming this time. Oh, there's one. Double.
Oh, you got it. Oh, right, yeah. Right, okay. Go ahead. This could
Ace
be
of
our penultimate
diamonds.
scene. Ace of diamonds. Oh, this is good, actually, yeah. So, evading the hunter, you stumble upon their unattended camp while they are out searching for you. You take something quickly before they can catch you. What is it, and why did you take it?
Oh. I think that oh yeah, I think that you have been on one of your expeditions into the pubs, and when you're at the bar buying a round of drinks for
To hear some more tales of the East End. They've got some
yeah,
definite leads for me now. Yeah, somebody's sure they saw something when they left the pub last night. But yeah.
And I think a meaty hand unnaturally quick sort of darts into your jacket, sort of left carefully over your chair, and steals your old warrant badge.
Oh. Yeah. There's maybe a scene afterwards of me like searching for it and then turning the flat upside down. Like, wow, I can't have lost it. I can't have lost. It never leaves my side. It's like the one thing that makes me feel like I'm still on the force. It's the one chance.
Yeah. And why did I take it? Because I knew it would hurt you.
Yeah. And I'm like, it must have been them. It must have been my colleagues when I met them. I knew he didn't trust me. That's the one thing they'd have done. So I'm writing an angry letter to it. You must return it. My property, absolutely outrageous. That I'm going to send to Scotland Yard, giving them further evidence of how unstable I am.
How dare you steal my my possessions?
Yeah. You will know I'm close to a breakthrough on this case. Okay, so let's go back to the dice. If you roll doubles before me, it's curtains for Carrington, I'm afraid. So let's see. Oh, doubles. Amazing.
Oh.
Just right. I have got, let me move this as well. I've got the 2 of spades.
2 of spades. In watching the monster, there is something about its behavior that is uncharacteristic, that surprises you. What is it?
I think I have. I think we can tie this in some scenes beforehand, and this is maybe a few weeks after this. Carrington is even more dishevelled, but I think he's a little bit more careful and cautious because he realizes that just catching you may not be enough because he's seen you sprint away and run away off there. He needs to get you in the right situation. I think what he notices is your hunger, your anger. You're maybe getting a little bit less careful than even you were before. There's bodies being found.
Yeah.
With
I'm
still
hunting
blood in them,
less, which means
torn
that I'm
apart. Like
I'm hunting less. That means I need to, and I'm afraid to take my time. So the violence of the attacks is increased.
Yeah, maybe there's maybe there's even been a survivor. You were disturbed.
Oh, interesting.
And Daisy, young Daisy Smith, is she has of course been like committed to Bedlam for her description of being attacked by some madman and a vampire, but she's seen you, she's seen your face, and I know if I can get if she can be if I can get her calmed down enough to give you a good description, I'll have even more to go on from there. And I think we go in the flat, the boards back up with some new string and things that all see it's a little bit more maybe even the child murders have been taken away. I'm beginning to work out
cleared
what the
all
pattern is.
away. Only the most recent ones. They're the key.
Yeah, I'll get there. As you can see, I'm still quite a long way away from it, but we'll see. Okay, back to the dice. See if this is temporary.
Let's go.
Yeah. This is frustrating.
There's nothing doing.
There is not.
Double.
Oh. The temptation to edit that bit out is there, but we have to leave it in. So, see if the tension.
This is what the game's like. Yeah, sometimes you just have your head down.
See if the tension like communicates across the thing. Okay, give me a prompt.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. Ooh, oh, this is good. From a hidden spot, you observe the hunter undetected. As you watch them move about this place, you learn things from watching. What do you learn? Will you do anything with this information?
Yeah. I think I am watching from I'm watching from a hidden place. I'm hiding down a storm drain and I'm peering out, like my red eyes glinting in the darkness. This time I only just escaped. Like Carrington was there, like almost before my victim had stopped screaming, and it was all I could do to flit to this hiding place. And as I watch him sort of go methodically about the street, sort of examining the corpse and searching for clues, I realize that Carrington is never going to stop. That the only way is to kill Carrington, and that's what I need to do.
Yeah, you thought I might just go away or we pass into obscurity, but no, that is as I'm hunched over a body with my back to the storm drain, no doubt, making careful sketches in my.
You're too old for me to feed upon, and it went against the grain. it felt against the grain to kill you, but
Yeah,
I realise now that that's the only way I can ever be safe. You're just going to keep
yeah,
coming and coming and coming.
yeah. Well, let's see, because
Mm.
do keep coming. This game hasn't gone great for me so far, but let's see. I still think go ahead.
Oh, devil!
Oh, this is it. I was like, no, I
Gotcha.
must get it. I must get it. I must be. Yeah. So the pawn goes over to me, and how this works now is you do get to finally defeat me. There is a rough prompt for this, I think. Let me just find it here. But yeah, I think it just narration just passes to you when the token has been moved off the tracker, which it just has there to be below my thing. Either the hunter or the monster has caught their adversary and now has the power to end the hunt and possibly their adversary's life. The player who ends the game with the upper hand gains narrative control, effectively the sole storyteller of the final scene. The other player is encouraged to roleplay, ask questions to further narrative, and offer input, but the final outcome is left in the hands of the winning player. So I guess no pressure, Stephen, but
Yeah.
how does this play out? And if you want me to play Carrington or just interject in
Yeah,
with
no, of
stuff, I can
course.
do whatever you want.
So I think I have I think tonight you've been getting closer and closer and closer. And as Carrington sort of hears screams in an alleyway and runs round the corner, um, first he sees the body sort of sprawled on the cobbles, but like looking up, he sees that tonight Epediah hasn't escaped. He's waited for Carrington.
Mm.
Um, and he advances towards him, um, and I think like
Is there
Carrington.
I was going to
Go
say, is there
for it.
like a bit of a trail of blood leading to the storm drain?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hang on a minute, I've not noticed that before. So that yeah, the camera follows Carrington's eyes. He goes to it and sees.
Yeah, and I think a hand sort of reaches out from the drain and closes around his ankle and pulls.
Um, and I think this is where, like, I've not been completely unprepared. I get out the whistle, the Bobby's
Hmm.
whistle that I got for the constables, and try to blow, but it just sort of I start shouting for help, but I mean the
Yeah,
screams have only just finished, haven't they? Like it's not.
yeah, yeah, indeed.
There's been lots of shouting already in here. As I'm shouting, please, please help, no, now, and there's
And I think as you sort of I think in desperation you sort of you pull the blade free of your
yeah,
stick and you're slashing at the hand, holding your ankle in desperation as you sort of claw at the cobbles with your other hand, and you're drawing blood from your own legs as
yeah,
well as from the knuckles of the hand clutching at you, but like inexorably you're sort of pulled further and further down this drain.
yeah. There's a shot of maybe a window from a little small apartment up there of a woman hanging her washing up who's heard and has come through, and we just see this woman as like see it just cross herself and shut the curtains behind, just turn away, wanting no part of this. Seeing Lord Murder at work,
Yeah.
thinking best not interfere, best not interfere.
And I think then we cut to the foreshore of the Thames the next morning
Mm,
as the sun comes up, and the mudlarks are sort of heading out, and there's a sort of a rough shape in the mud, sort of washed up at one of the sewage outlets.
Yeah, there's the constable. There's a shot of the constables going there, the same two before, saying, "Oh, it's old Mad Carrington. They finally got to him." And they go through, they pick up. It's look, it's his old notebook. It's all what's out of it, and it's all washed away in the Thames, all ruined. Nothing there. Think about all the nonsense he wrote in there about that vampire. Oh well, sad, I guess, but this is how the police go bad, when you can't let go. And as it cuts back to your shop opening up again.
Yeah,
amazing. So thank you, Stephen, for
no, thank you.
killing
That was
my
great.
character.
Yeah, so, no, aim to please.
Yeah, it's a great little game, Hunter. Do check it out. It plays, as you can see, really quick. It's designed for one-shot play. Really straightforward rules. I hope we got across some of the tension in the dice rolling mechanic. You can play it with one of those little hook and rod things as well as the other variant for it.
Oh, you definitely have beaten me if we'd done that, guy.
I mean,
terrible
I think that's quite hard to do online. But it's not. So yeah, thank you for your time watching and listening. If you've enjoyed this session, be sure to check out the other games that we have on Unconventional GMs. We have a playlist of duet games. Actually, we're trying to get a few more one-on-one games. It's a great form of game that maybe doesn't get as much attention as it should do, and is obviously a lot easier to find one other player to play, and a nice little sort of split of GM duties to see how you can do it. To be clear, Hunted can take place in any genre or place or time. It doesn't have to be vampires in Victorian London at all. The prompts work with whatever. If you enjoyed it as well, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe, tell people about the channel, anything to get the word out there about us is much appreciated. It all helps to get the algorithm on and get more people to see good games, and so we can do even more great games. If you want us to do particular games, let us know in the comments or get in touch with us. We're always looking for suggestions of cool games that we can try. But for now, we'll leave you. So thanks for watching, and thanks for playing, Steve.